Make sure you take a couple shots of the ladies that are here, too, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Is there someone who can do an interview with me about what you guys are out here for?
Sure, I'd be happy to.
Okay.
I mean, he's busy, but I'll be happy to, sure.
Okay, and if you guys want to do it, that's fine.
Okay.
Is it okay if I interview you?
Sure, it's fine.
I would never say...
My name is Keaton Fox. I'm with Fox 25.
Hello, nice to meet you. My name's Alan. I shake your hand, but you're holding a very expensive camera.
Yeah, right. I appreciate that. They would not like it if I dropped it.
Even still less if I dropped it.
Yes, exactly. What's the goal here today?
We are attempting to basically to engage the students of this school about the issue not only of abortion, but really of a worldview that permits the slaughter of unborn children, that permits the child sacrifice that goes on. Really, these children are still in formative years in many ways, intellectually, spiritually, and all that. So our goal is to engage them with the truth. We have a very detailed pamphlet that we're handing out to anybody who's willing as well. And we're just engaging in open conversation and dialogue with students who are willing to talk to us, not only about abortion specifically, but about sin and righteousness and judgment and the gospel of Jesus Christ that offers forgiveness and redemption to sinners who are repentant of sin. And so really, when you come right down to it, abortion is sin. And so we are trying to offer the only solution that is available for sin, and that's Jesus Christ and His gospel.
I was looking at your website, and you didn't like the use of protest by some of the other reporters.
Right.
Can you kind of talk about that?
Really, we don't see ourselves as protesting at all. This is an engagement. The main problem that we see around is not actually pro-abortion people or pro-choice people. The main problem that we see in our culture is an attitude of apathy among ordinarily quote-unquote good people who would never stand by and allow for citizens to hand babies into the outstretched arms of a golden or bronze idol standing in the midst of a huge fire, like they used to do back in ancient times. Today, child sacrifice is much more subtle. It's hidden behind walls, and it's permitted. Its existence is permitted by the good people of this society who will not rise up, who have not arisen, who have not awakened from their slumber about this issue of child sacrifice, when in fact 2 whole generations of our people are dead, 56 million and counting, 3,500 murdered per day. So we're not out protesting against anything. I mean, this school doesn't necessarily have anything to do with abortion. I doubt that they teach anybody to get an abortion within these walls. What they do teach is a worldview that removes Jesus Christ from His throne and does not teach that Jesus Christ is Lord. And so these students are being sold a secular worldview that is not compatible with reality. And what we want to do is to use the issue of abortion as a foil to bring up issues of worldview, morality, sin, ethics, redemption, and Jesus Christ.
There's a parent who said that you were showing some graphic images, things that were very disturbing.
Yes.
Do you think that that's appropriate for a school?
What we have found, yes, we do believe it is appropriate. Kids this age can get an abortion. In this state, parental consent is required by law. However, in many other states, kids this age can get an abortion without even notifying their parents, much less getting consent. So we definitely believe that students this age are able to handle it. I don't buy all the bill of goods that some people try to sell, that this will traumatize people for life, that people are unable to accept the difficulty of seeing a graphic image. I presume that probably most of these students watch TV. Probably most of the boys here have consumed pornography. What we're showing here is merely fact. It's brutal fact. But we believe that the evil itself is far worse than the exposure of the evil.
Is it the shock value that you kind of go for?
We have found that if you just hold a sign with a pithy statement and some words on it, you don't get nearly the reaction that you do with the image. And we're not after the reaction per se, but what we want is to awaken people so that they will open their mind. Perhaps there's a chance they'll pry their mind open. It's a tool to get there.
And certainly there's a good First Amendment discussion going on as well about your right to be here.
Another benefit of being here, sure. Because we find many people who want to shut us down. People wonder aloud on the internet whether the police should even allow our presence here. People wishing that somebody would, just shut us up or something, and it really alarms us to see that this worldview is so widespread and that so many people would say that kind of thing.
Anything else I'm leaving out? I know we're just scratching the surface, but...
Yeah, it's okay. Really, the answer to any and all sin is the gospel of Jesus Christ. And so for anybody listening, anybody who views this raw cut, I'm sure this part won't make it on, it doesn't matter. The only way that you can have redemption from your sin, any sin, whether it's abortion or anything else, even down to a little white lie, we're all headed for hell. We need Jesus Christ and His redemption to rescue us. So at the fundamental basis, our message is as a result of the guilt of any individual person, the only answer is Jesus Christ, Him dead on the cross, risen again from the dead on the third day, and offering His redemption through repentance and faith in Him.
Hey, I appreciate your time. Thank
Absolutely.
you so much.
Sure, pleasure.
Really nice talking to you.
Nice to talk to you too.